pretty decent.
All right.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Full Buddy Cast Presents. We've got sponsored by Cole Street Brewery, Enumclaw, Washington. That's 1627 Cole Street, Enumclaw, Washington. Homebrewed, not really homebrew, actually, but home local brew by Sean McDonald. Go say hi to him. Wear the hoodie. I just sold one today. Happy about that. 15% off drinks if they wear that into Cole Street Brewery. And then go down to, what's the other one?
Bordeaux
Wine Bar and get $2 off your flight there or your first drink. Go to Mazatlan as well. Go say hi to Cole Street Game Vault. I'm sure we'll do something with them at some point. I just need to be better at this. And then also go to, who's the other one that I was, the Kettle. We're going to do a Full Buddy brunch. February 5th, Full Buddy brunch. It's also one of our Patreon's birthdays, Patreon listeners' birthdays that we're going to celebrate as well. Shekinah Sarver, Full Buddy brunch. We're going to do it for the first time. This is the Sunday before the Super Bowl. You might be watching the Pro Bowl. I don't know. The Flag Football Pro Bowl. Do you guys watch that at all?
I may now because Peyton's going to be there.
I could live, possibly.
You could lie?
Live.
You could live.
He's going to be
I'm
there.
be in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll get there in a second. I haven't introduced you guys yet. Why are you guys even talking? And then we're going to do and just a heads up as well. So before that, though, we're going to do a Full Buddy Friday, January 27th, Full Buddy Friday, 6:30 p.m. And we're doing trivia January 25th. So I'm going backwards. I'm going like the things that are like not the most recent things to happen. But anyway, so in order, January 25th, trivia at Cole Street Brewery. Be there at 6:30, have some beers. Trivia kicks off at 7. An extra $25 given to you if you can beat Craig Bentley, whether he's there or not. Okay, so if he's not there, it's great for you. You'll be entered into the drawing. But if he is there, might be a little more tougher for you.
No.
And then the 27th, Full Buddy Friday, 6:30 p.m. Meet at Mazatlan, and then we'll go hit up Cole Street and have some drinks and stuff like that. So, anyway, looking forward to that. We need to get this popping again, and then the Full Buddy brunch, February 5th, the Sunday before the Super Bowl. We're gonna do a Full Buddy Friday once a month. So if you want to mark your calendars, February 17th is the next Full Buddy Friday after the January one. Anyway, it's Garage Night. We've got the Garage Night host. We've got Craig Bentley on the mic.
It's been a while. You sure that's still my name?
No. And we also have somebody doing an eye exam over there or something, maybe having a migraine. His name is
I am here.
Corey Bentley.
What's
Hello.
his name? I'm here.
I am here.
I've legally changed it.
Are you doing okay over there?
I'm good.
Why are you rocking back and forth, like squinting one eye and bouncing it off the...
I was listening intently to your conversation you were
He's
having.
allergic to being here.
Dude, it's crazy. You look like you're yeah. Looks like you're in pain. It's been a while. How was everyone's... Have we even done one for 2023 yet?
No, I think this is first 2020. Hello, 2023.
Hello, 2023. How was your guys'
New Year's happened already?
Did we do an after Christmas one yet?
No.
Wow, it's been a month or so?
Somebody had surgery, so
Yeah.
That's right. That's been a fog.
I mean, I was thinking it was done, but you called us back, so.
Yeah, I did. We renewed for another year. Everyone's pissed.
I only go monthly, sorry. Just,
I'm hourly. I could quit at any hour. How was your well, let's just do that real quick. How was your Christmas, Corey?
it was good. I worked.
Do you like working holidays? Does it matter to you? Do you feel like you're missing out?
Yes and no, but I made decent money doing it, so I guess that's good.
You just corporate America over here. You're Scrooge
But
McDuck.
next year, no.
Oh, really?
I'm done.
You're cutting it off.
Yeah.
Did you say that every year?
No.
Oh, okay. Craig, how was your Christmas?
it was good.
Where did you celebrate it at?
I stayed at home. We actually had my parents over, so we're doing the dinners now.
So you guys are
Carrie took that over.
hosted dinners. And Corey, did he show up after work?
He did.
Okay, cool.
No, I just left. I got off work and I just drove and
Went
never.
home.
Yeah, and
Went home.
just drove for 4 hours straight so I could avoid everything.
DoorDash.
Well, there was nobody door dashing. It was I don't know why.
Did you get? Kids are getting older, right?
That's the thing. Christmas is awesome. I love Christmas time. Christmas is not the same once your kids are 16 and above.
Yeah, I mean it kind of is, but it's not the same.
Well, they get, more expensive stuff. So it's not like you have a 4-year-old opening 30 presents. You know what I mean?
45-year-old? That's
Well,
you.
yeah, that's me.
That's you opening
30 presents. So, I mean, it's fun, but we don't do the whole 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning wake up like, what you used to when you were kids, or even my kids did. Now you just get up and
The price goes up, but not that the appreciation isn't there, but the price goes up as the age goes up. But the appreciation, like the 5-year-old that got like a doll, and it was like the best thing ever in their life, and they're like, screaming excitement. And then the price of like a 17-year-old getting like an iPhone, they're like, oh, thanks, that's cool.
Yeah, wait, thanks again.
Thanks, that's awesome.
What else is there?
Yeah.
My kids, we obviously went to Vegas, celebrated that. Let you guys know that already. But so this one we were a little more low key, and that was nice. It wasn't anything too crazy. I cooked. What'd you cook? I made a prime rib.
I actually smoked a ham.
Corey in ping pong.
Yes.
That would never happen.
Who's the better ping pong player?
It depends on the day. Corey's got me quite a bit.
Still a reigning champion of the league that never happened after that year.
True.
Craig knew when to retire.
The whole league
wasn't my
retired.
league.
The whole league stopped.
Wasn't my basement.
So how'd the smoked ham come out?
Great.
Yeah, it was delicious.
What did you cook with it? Like, did you have like a sauce? I know that my mom, when she cooks a ham, it's like a cherry sauce, that you kind of put on top of it. Did you have anything?
It was just a normal. It was just a Omaha Steaks ham, and I used their glaze. What are you looking at?
I want to know how many times Corey said Omaha.
This is the first time hearing.
I don't think I told anybody where I got it.
So Corey likes it a little bit more now.
It tasted very well.
But I don't know if we brought it up on here before. But my parents used to do hams for Christmas all the time, and they would get hams from all over the place just to try different hams from different areas. And the last couple years now we've tried
like a ham book club.
Kinda.
Wow.
But the only thing we haven't had is rum ham, which I'm disappointed about. So,
well, maybe I'll do it next year just for you.
Jerk.
you need to call Frank Reynolds to get his recipe.
Yeah, rum ham. What did you get a compliments other than Corey loving it? Did anyone else say, "Hey, good job on that"?
Yeah, kids said it was
I didn't
good.
compliment him.
No, yeah, he didn't say anything. He basically bitched about being at work all day.
Oh gosh, one of those. One of those.
I almost died.
Let's see. Sorry, I had to get myself in order here. Rushed in here. I just realized I had 3 texts from you guys saying, "Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?" And I think I got in here at 3:01.
No, those texts didn't even get sent out to like 3:05.
Oh, okay.
That tells you who sent the text.
New Year's. So I got cut open December 30th. My New Year's was like literally, I posted on Facebook, but it was like it was Lieutenant Dan in a wheelchair with everyone else confetti going around, and I'm just sitting there just like kind of like out of my mind. So what did you guys do for New Year's?
I did absolutely nothing. Stayed at home.
I slept.
Did you have to work
Yes.
the next morning too?
Oh, the next day? No,
Yeah.
I actually didn't work the next day, but I still slept.
Did you guys watch a lot of college football? Do you guys get into college football anymore?
Yeah.
Like bowl games,
I
stuff
watched
like
them.
that?
I watched them.
I
Core?
didn't really watch much until the championship game, and then that was a stupid game.
That was a stupid game.
I did not watch the championship game.
I made it through like part of the second quarter, and
Yeah.
then I was done.
I mean, gambling has made it more fun. Buying the second TV has made it more fun. I highly recommend 2 TVs in the living room. It is a game changer because you've always got something And this is wherever you go. You go to the restaurant or the airport or anywhere, bar, you're gonna see the he gave it to her. It's awesome. That's lovely. That is lovely.
What's on your phone that you're watching? Really gave
shout out to Nick Selland and Lindsay Selland. It's Lindsay's 40th. Nick bought her a hoodie, and she's already got it on. It looks great. So anyway, you go to the restaurants, you go to the airport. You always get that TV that but it's kind of like there. It's kind of like playing either a soccer game or some basketball game you don't care about, but it's on and you kind of glance at it. You kind of like, that's what it's like. It's great. It's awesome. I was watching Christmas movies, had a game on.
I feel like we're 2 years away from you having 6 TVs and having like your own sports book with people coming over.
You could probably make money if you started that.
Probably.
Hold on. Jotting stuff down real quick. That's a great idea, actually.
I said 2 years away, though. Give yourself some time.
This room.
You could fit a lot of TVs in here.
This and just 3 people.
Yeah. They'd be excited about those TVs.
But yeah, no, it's been awesome. It's been so good. Highly recommend it. So let me tell you about me getting cut open experience. Okay, so you guys are the first ones I think for me to record about it. So I go there.
Lucky us.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's talk about mesh.
No, I got no mesh.
No mesh?
I got no mesh. They were like, we're not going to cut you open more if you don't need it. So we'll see if you have it. If you need it, we'll put it in there. If you don't, we're not going to make it happen. So I get there. I'm nervous. It's one of those things where you're ready to back out. It's like, it's like maybe climb up a high dive, but you need to get it done. You're just like, gosh, dude, this sucks. This is scary. Something I'm not used to. Now, some people out there, maybe they've done this several times and it's not that big of a deal. It's my first time real surgery. So again, it's not like I need to get a heart transplant. It's just like, I did need to get my intestine pushed back into my body and then my body sewn back up. So that was the problem. And, so anyway, I go in there, I sit there, and I'm waiting. I'm in the waiting room, and I'm waiting. I'm the last scheduled surgery at the Tacoma General Surgery for 2022, which is a big deal. End of the day. And I don't know if you guys ever had like the end of the week, but not just that, it's the end of the year. And not just that, it's a 3-day weekend. And how's your job? How do you do your job at like the last...
I close my eyes.
Yeah, pretty much. Right? You're just like, let's just
phone
get
it
this.
in.
Yeah, you phone it in. You're not even thinking. You're thinking between the next 3 days, nothing matters. Work doesn't matter. You might become a millionaire and you can retire. You never have to come back here again. There's so much. And I'm realizing in that chair, once I was told that, hey, you're our last one, 2022, I'm like, I've made a horrible mistake because this is where someone just leaves a scalpel in me and halfway sews me up and then just sends me home.
That sounds like millions of dollars to me.
It does. It explains some pain too. No, but so we go there. I'm waiting there. The lady next to me, we're partitioned off, so I don't get to see who she is or what she. I just hear a conversation and I think there's probably like some doctor-patient rules, like they can't talk, but I'm another patient, so I could probably talk about this. I think it's okay. But so
HIPAA violations.
It's technically not a HIPAA violation. I'm just like a third party patient at this point.
Rumor has it.
And so they were talking. You can't eat for like 8 hours prior to the surgery, 10 hours, whatever. So I'm starving, sitting there. Want to eat. Also, shout out to Tyson Hiffman, guy I went to high school with, also is at the Rainier. Go say hi to him. He had the same type of surgery 2 days prior, had no clue. It just happened to run into him at the Rainier, had a conversation. He goes, yeah, tonight I'm going to go get my hernia done. I'm like, what? That could be a HIPAA violation, actually, what I just said there. So, no, actually, probably not, because I'm not his doctor. So as long as I'm not his doctor. But anyway... people know that I had a texting buddy this entire time. While I'm recovering, he's recovering. We're texting back and forth.
A hernia buddy.
A hymnia buddy.
Do You guys share pictures with each other?
No, not yet. We're getting there though. Relationship's still building. But
they sent pictures, just not hernia pictures.
and we did call it hymnia because we're both guys.
That makes sense.
Not hers. Get it?
Oh, we got it.
How did you guys get it? Yeah,
We're just not going to approach that at all.
You're going to get canceled for 2023?
Oh, God, please.
Because you won't let me say midget, but you can change hernia.
What happens if you blow that out again?
Dude, they said you got to cough. I got to hold it. I can't laugh. I've been trying not to laugh. Oh, it's been horrible.
Why'd you invite us then?
Good point. But it's also the best medicine. I was kind of trapped. It's a catch-22.
You should have asked for the mesh, knowing that you're going to record eventually.
I just said just saran wrap me. just a tightly wound saran wrap burrito. Anyway, so I'm sitting there. This lady's like, "Oh." They're like, okay, so did you, take this medicine prior, and did you do this? Did you eat anything? No, but I had a Starbucks coffee like an hour ago. And they're like, that's eating. Like it says you can only have water, like before, and you can only have so much water. So I didn't know why either. I'm like, ooh, how's this gonna go? Like, is it a blood thinner? Is it what they're afraid of? Is if you during the surgery regurgitate anything and choke on it and die. So that's what they're mostly afraid of. Now, I don't know if they say it's probably not going to happen with the coffee, but it could happen. And so that lady had to reschedule, and I felt so bad for her. But that also meant they were going to get out of there earlier because then at that point they got her out of the way, and now it's my turn.
And they were like, I hope he ate something.
Yeah, they're like, are you sure you didn't eat anything? Are you sure? Are you sure?
I saw those Skittles.
All right, I had a turkey dinner right before I got here. It was a smoked ham. I couldn't say no. It was Omaha. And so I go and I so I'm all set now. I've this lady couldn't find my vein. Poked me. I hate needles. Poked me. Finally, she's like, she goes, "Are you doing okay?" I said, "If this is like the worst part of this whole thing, then at least that's over with." But she's like, "I'm gonna find someone else to help," and this always happens to me. It's happened to me so many times. They said they said I've got veins. I got strong veins that are hard to poke. So that means I guess I'm thick skinned.
It's all those push-ups you've been doing.
It's all those. It's say it.
Nope. I'll let it go.
No, it's the carotid arteries that I got going on. It's just the fat that's just been, and they just can't get through. They're like, man, how much blood is getting through these veins because these things are like doubled up right now. So I, anyway, this other lady finally is able to hook me up to the IV.
Weirdly, it was the coffee lady. They asked her to come help. They're like, hey, you got nothing to do now. You can't have surgery. You want to come help?
Great vision, but her hands were shaky.
It's just because all the coffee she was drinking.
Exactly. They got me in, and I lay down, and I walk into this room, and I feel like it's like an alien. Everyone's all gobbed up. The lights are weird. You're kind of getting led there. You're already kind of feeling tripped out a little bit. So, and plus you're naked. That's the weirdest part. You just feel violated already because you're completely naked. And they're like, we're going to go ahead and move your gown around. And I'm like, I get this. I'm on drugs at this point. I don't care. Like you can literally hit me with that smoked ham. Like you could tie me to a wall and just huck smoked ham at me. I wouldn't have cared because I was feeling good. And so I'm laying there and they're like, we're going to count down and then you're going to be out by the time we get to probably 8. So 10, 9, 8. And I go, I'm still awake. And like, as I was proving it to them, like, you said 8, but it wasn't. So they're like, okay, 7, 6. And then I was out. I do remember that. It's getting to 6 and I was out. Next thing I know, I'm getting woken up by the guy next. He's like, hey, as a nurse waking me up. And he's like, okay, we're all done. We're just going to kind of get you awake now. And I said, oh, okay, cool. And then so we kind of talk. And I'm like, did I wake up at all? Did I say anything? He goes, yeah. Actually, you woke up halfway through. And I'm like, did I really? He goes, yeah. You go, hey, when do I get my catheter? And then you went right back to sleep. And I remember telling somebody, I don't know if it was here or wherever, but I was like, it'd be so funny if I just like asked for a catheter, even though I don't need one. And catheters are painful, of what I've heard. Have you had a catheter before? No. So I go. So I go, well, did the joke land? And he goes, no. And I go. Here's the thing. You think of something funny or original, but someone's already said it. You know, at the grocery store, we've had that joke before where it's like, oh, it's not scanning, must be free. Oh, you're the first person to ever say that, right? Not. Have you ever heard that one before, Craig?
Yes.
The not?
Yes.
Okay. I thought I just came up with that.
You got to do the pause first.
Yeah. Pause not.
Pause.
Not. Not. So I asked him, I said, hey, is this something that anyone said before? You know, like, is this original, or is this like every dime a dozen guy who thinks he's funny comes in and says, hey, when do I get my catheter? He said, I've heard it, but everyone has actually said it while they were not in an operation. So you're the first person to say, wake up during an operation, hey, when do I get my catheter? And then go right back out. And I'm like, dude, subconscious me is so cool. Like, I was so happy about that. So I got home and, Jamie, has to gingerly, I have to get home and I have to lay on my bed. Or my back the rest of the time. So that's what I've been doing for 2 weeks. Just laying on my back, just doing nothing, watching my 2 TVs. So anyway, that's my operation story. Have you had an operation before?
I've had shoulder surgery and eye surgery when I was a really small kid.
Were you cross-eyed and had like a lazy eye going?
Lazy eye.
So they kind of like strengthened it up.
Pulled it over.
Smacked them around the head.
Yep.
Then the other one went with it.
Oh, shit. Smack them on the other side.
Crap. As a kid, I'm sure you weren't too scared about it, maybe?
I don't even really remember that. Shoulder surgery, I remember I was in high school. So that was a little bit
And
newer.
how come?
How come I had needed shoulder surgery?
Yeah. What happened?
Because it kept popping out of dislocating.
Was it like, were you backyard wrestling and it happened?
I did it first. I actually did it first playing basketball. Went up for a rebound and like, you know how you like flip over somebody and land?
Yeah.
And it popped out and then it continually got worse. For
Like, wait, like popped out, dislocated and someone had to come in there and shove it back in?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it continually got worse in the next couple years to where I would go to put a seatbelt on like a driver with my left arm, because of my left arm, putting a seatbelt on as the driver, and it would dislocate.
Oh, really? Kind of just randomly sitting there and just...
Yep.
Now, what about getting carts at remember we have to get like 20 carts going? Like, did that ever happen? Or?
Not really. It was mostly during sports, like if you raised your hands above your head to do stuff.
Kind of like the motion. Gotcha.
Or you're wrestling around and somebody grabs it and pulls on it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Did you, so were you scared going into it?
Probably. I mean, I don't remember, but I probably was.
And then how long did it take for you to like not do anything with that arm? Was it like, okay, for the next 3 months you can't?
I was supposed to be out of work for I think 3 to 6 months, but I went back to work after a month and was on like light duty. And then
where was this at? Was that Safeway?
No, I was already out of high school.
Oh, okay.
It was just after high school. I was
okay.
doing surveying already. It was my first or second year surveying.
Oh, so the doctor went in there, or you went to the doctor and you were actually working a real job and before that. And then they were like, hey, we could give you light duty on a fake job if you want to do that.
Yes, and that's exactly what I did.
And that's how you figured it out.
Yep. Did that.
Like, here, we'll give you something from 1885 and we'll give you a telescope and then also a clipboard and then an orange vest. That's all you need. Is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened.
Perfect. I love that you don't have any. I mean, like, I know you take pride in your work. I know you do. I've seen the pictures.
Pictures.
The headset picture that shout out to Jamie.
Oh yes, I was
Roberts.
in a meeting when he took that picture.
Yeah, it looks great.
His picture's actually on like the City of Auburn website.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Was it wanted?
With Thou Shall Not Be Named is also on it.
Oh, Thou Shall Not Be Named.
Yeah.
Have we even had a? No, I had a good time with him. But have we recorded since that? I think we did. I think we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did. Okay. How about you, surgery wise? Have you ever had anything?
I do not have my appendix or my gallbladder.
Oh, that's right. Was that all in one stop? Like, were you the board game operation?
I'm like, just take out everything I don't really need right now. No, my appendix was first, and my gallbladder was like 3 or 4 years later.
And those are emergency surgeries, right? Oh, wait, the gallbladder, not necessarily.
So my appendix was like the night of. I was in pain, and I was driving around, and I went to the hospital. And they were like, no, you should be fine. You should be able to go home. And then like 5 minutes later, they came back and they're like, no, never mind. You need surgery. And I was like, okay. So they took my appendix that night. And my gallbladder was over time of them doing tests and stuff, trying to figure out what was going on. And I went to the hospital and did a test where they put stuff in there to test how it comes out. And it was just, the pain was like incredible. And they were like, well, yeah, you need your gallbladder out.
But then you had to schedule that.
Yeah, then I scheduled that one.
And how does that go? Like, did it have to break a rib to get in there, or like, how do they get into your gallbladder?
Gallbladder is different than it used to be. So a long time ago, they used to have to go across your entire body, basically,
just
like
through your feet.
Yeah, they just slice you up and down in half, and then they pull you apart.
And quarters.
I think my mom's scar is like across her entire stomach.
Wow.
They used to go all the way across. I have like one dash, and one dash by my belly button. They went in like 3 spots, but small spots. They basically like suck it out of you.
I mean, like, I just picture 3 guys with a straw just at these different areas, just trying to get. I got it.
I thought we needed his appendix. It wasn't there.
Dude, that's what they write it down on you now. Like, they write down like what, like, just so you know. Don't cut his wiener off. He's here.
He asked you not to. Don't do it.
I know the thing that's sticking out is sticking out a little farther than his wiener, but that's the thing we need to get rid of. That's not his actual wiener. That's disgusting, Craig. Why would you even tell that joke?
That was a joke.
No. Well, that's the thing I don't understand is like, they're like, hey, we could go through this area. I'm like, are you going the long way? Like, what is, like, you taking a road trip on this thing? How come you can't just like precisely go like 2 inches down into my body? Why go like 8 to 10 from different angles?
I'm going to accept that they're smarter than me and they know what they're doing.
We'll know.
12 years of school. Who cares?
Although I do remember on my second surgery waking up and I was just not having it. Like, I was for all like the gas and everything was in my stomach and it was just in pain.
Nauseous?
I was just not feeling good and I would not leave. Like, I would just sit I was in like recovery and the nurse kept like coming in and be like, okay, let's get going.
Hey, we got a 3-day weekend. Let's go.
I'd be like, no. And then,
how old were you?
This was like in my late 20s.
Okay.
And then, so my ex-wife or my mom would come in at the time, and they would come talk to me, and my blood pressure, I'd just get pissed. My blood pressure would go up, and I'd be like, leave me alone. I don't feel good. and then they'd leave, and the nurse would come back in, and she'd be like, are you sure? I'm like, no. Like, I just felt like there was like a giant bubble sitting there from after the surgery. And she's like, it's just because of the air, because we went in there. And I'm like, well, I understand, but I'm not moving right now. So eventually they had to like tell me like, oh, you need to leave. I was like, all right, fine.
They just pop you.
I was like, don't let the other 2 back in the room for like 10 minutes and then I'll leave.
You just didn't want to see them at all? You didn't want to hear their voices or nothing?
No.
Get out! Yeah, the weird thing was, I don't know if you guys, I'll ask you this, but they said, the guy that was telling me about the catheter thing, he goes, also, you hold your breath a lot. And I'm like, I kind of noticed that. My wife says that when I sleep, like I'll sleep, and then all of a sudden, like I'll stop breathing, or I'll like hold my breath, and then all of a sudden, like after like 30 seconds, I'll start breathing again. And I notice that a lot when I'm driving, or when I'm talking, even, or when I'm thinking. I'm pushing out, but I'm not breathing in. So like,
that's a lie. I don't think you've ever not talked for 30 seconds.
I'm playing video games. And, I'll hold my breath while I'm playing. I'm always holding my breath. And that's what the guy told me. He said, I need to relearn how to breathe, because that's one of the issues is what was putting too much pressure is that I'm always holding. So he's like, you golf? I'm like, yeah. He goes, you can't hold your breath while you swing anymore. I'm like, that's where all my power comes from. Like, I'm just gonna be like, okay. It's just weird. Do you guys hold your breath when you swing, or?
All I know is now you have an excuse.
It's so great. And I did
Doctor said I can't hold my breath.
I didn't make it up.
No. I would have birdied that, but had surgery. Doctor said swing different. So,
How to breathe.
Went from 3 to a 7. Doctor's fault.
Doctor said I gotta breathe differently. I've been breathing this whole time, but I've also. So here's the other thing that I've noticed. I'll let you guys talk. Sorry, but as I've been breathing,
that's not why we're here.
As I've been breathing more,
cancel.
As I've been breathing more, I'm obviously getting more
oxygen in your body.
Yeah,
you feel better.
I feel high, like all the time.
Do you breathe through your nose?
I'm just breathing constantly. Like, I'm getting more oxygen in my body, so like my brain is like lightheaded all the time. So I wonder if my body's like, yo, or my brain, like this is too much oxygen. We need to like taper it down, or else you're gonna like.
It's probably the
pass
right amount
out.
of oxygen in your body's like, thank God, this is how we're supposed to be doing it. Because for one, you probably have sleep apnea, because that's what that is when you do it at night.
Is that what we were talking about
That's
earlier?
why I wear a mask,
I need to
because
wear a
that's why I
mask.
do it, and I do it during the day sometimes. I'll catch myself not breathing. I'll be at a table working, and because I stop breathing because I'm thinking about something.
Yeah.
So I'll be at the table working, and I'll be doing something, and then I'll have to catch myself because I'm not breathing when I'm doing it. So, might want to get a machine. You know what? I bet you if you start breathing,
You and I had a
normally,
bet on this too.
you start breathing normally, and you get a machine, you're gonna feel high all the time, no matter what, because your brain's gonna be like, "Why do we have normal amounts of oxygen?"
Dude, I don't think I can handle it. My brain already goes a mile a minute. My brain is going to be like either A, just shut down completely, or B, I'm going to solve the world's problem.
Your body's not gonna know what to do because you're gonna get like 8 hours full where you're gonna stay asleep the entire night because you don't wake up. Your body's not trying to kill you during those 8 hours.
What about you, Craig?
What about me?
I mean, do you breathe weird, or did the doctor say out of your surgery, hey,
Gingers breathe differently in general.
Hey, we noticed that you
Like a fish.
He's got gills on his legs. That's why he wears shorts a lot.
The doctors were like, hey, we noticed your surgery thing wasn't so much for the, but while you're operating, you're trying to touch yourself with that same arm.
It could have been it.
And it's just chronic. So your body's used to you reaching lower. So when you go high, it's like, what?
So the only thing he enjoyed was the stranger? Is that what you're saying?
No. How about you? What's your breathing? Do you hold your breath weirdly at all? Ever?
I have the same problem at night. I probably should have some type of machine.
You, me, and Reggie White.
Yeah.
He tried telling me that Reggie White died because he was on the machine.
So here's the thing. I was kind of right. It was because of the machine.
It was because he didn't use it.
Right. He didn't use it. They said that, so I Googled it. I'm like, no, it had to do with the machine. I know he had sleep apnea. And we were in the produce department. It was like probably a month ago or a month and a half ago. And I'm like, no, he died. You should know. I said, Craig should know this because he's a Philadelphia Eagle. But I said, he died because the sleep apnea and the machine. And we Googled it.
Yeah, but you made it sound like he died because
I thought it was because
he was using the machine.
And like he was getting weaker from his breathing. And so, but no, it turned out that he suffered a heart attack.
Because he didn't use it.
Because he didn't use it. And it said that he had it by his bedside completely unused. Like he never used it, ever.
Seems reasonable.
So he died because of the machine. He just didn't use it. That's why.
True.
So I was technically half right. So maybe we should, by the way, I was thinking about this earlier when I almost shit my pants.
That would have counted even because of your surgery.
Know.
So.
Yes, it would.
I know. So you get constipated because of all the stuff they give you, the medicine. And so then they give you the laxative. And I'm like, I'm dodging curveballs left and right because anytime I even felt a gurgle, I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. And it wasn't because I was afraid of shitting my pants. I was afraid of me losing the bet. And all I could picture myself was in a diaper, breathing through my golf swing, the Eden golf course. That's what I did not want. I did not want to lose that bet. So no, I would be completely honest and truthful with you, but no, I did not. I took extra precaution by always going. That was my main source of exercise, was walking from the recliner to the bathroom multiple times a day, just in case.
Fair enough. I believe you.
That I feel like we should. You guys, are you a part of this bet?
I don't remember.
I know Seth was.
Seth was. You guys have to do 2 weeks of laxatives. You guys got to be on like milk of Milusa or whatever the frick it's called.
Milk of magnesia?
Yeah, that's it.
So close.
It's close. M of M. Mom of Milusa.
What if Craig just takes like an extra fiber supplement or drinks a fiber shake every morning?
Yeah. Perfect. Do that.
All right.
That'd be good.
Little does he know, you probably need the extra fiber anyway. It's just going to help you become healthier.
Just fixes his breathing too.
Joke's on you.
Makes me regular.
Man, we're almost towards the end of this thing.
It's how much fun you have just getting caught
Talking
up.
about surgeries.
Dude. So you guys have any New Year's resolutions?
I'm here, so it failed.
No.
Have you guys used the breathe rights before? Like where you put the thing
The
on
strip?
Yes, I
Yeah.
have.
Do you do that? I used to do that for sleeping, like here and there. It didn't really work too much. It gave me sore throats like all the freaking time, though. Did you get a sore throat off your machine?
I didn't think it worked. I've tried them.
I have a full mask, though. I don't use just the nose.
I just picture just the big giant breathe right that just, rather than it pulling from here, it just pulls from your cheeks, just pulls everything up. Is that what works? Is that what happened?
That's what you would need.
Yeah.
They actually sell stuff for your jaw, too, to keep your mouth closed.
It's a guard.
Don't tell Jamie that. Don't tell Jamie
They
that.
sell straps, too. They can go around your head and around your jaw to hold your jaw.
Speaking of that, headgear. Were you guys headgear guys?
No.
No.
Gosh, I thought we had more in common. No New Year's resolutions at all. Nothing.
I didn't make any. You want to make one?
I mean, I did go to Cole Street last week and had some beers, but other than that, I'm kind of off the sauce. So that's been nice. I'm down. Wait, I had a few people actually see me and go, "Oh, you're down like 25, 30 pounds." And I'm like, dude, like, no, I'm only down like 10, maybe 12 pounds.
Dude, I paid them to take some out when they were cutting.
But yeah, but I kind of felt like either I was either just so bloated and swollen from drinking that it looked like I was just,
Or B, you're getting so much oxygen in your body, it just looks better now. You're glowing.
I was thinking about doing that. Maybe January type.
the dry January.
Do you want to make a bet?
I didn't go out New Year's Eve, so New Year's, me and Carrie went downtown, and then Sean was down there, and we ended up like closing down places, and I'm like, that failed.
That would've been fun,
One day.
man.
Do you want to make a bet that'll help you guys both not drink?
No, I don't want. Because I still want to drink.
I'll bet you $1,000 that you guys will both have a drink before I do.
Why?
I just guarantee it.
I'm not making that bet.
I kind of want, like, how could we get him to drink?
He wouldn't.
But how could we get him to?
Roofie me?
That's what I'm
But
saying.
you have to have it in like an ice drink roofied, and then be like, "Here's a beer."
Like, okay.
Here's the thing. I like drinking. I do. But I'm choosing when to drink. So it's like,
But you like the social side of drinking.
I do. That's what. But I do like having a drink, like anything to enhance where I'm at. Enhance where I'm at. So, like, if you guys would have been boring, I probably would have drank to enhance where I'm at. No,
Is that why? Is that why when people hang out with you, they always drink?
Yeah. Tolerate.
Enhance.
Self-control. Here's what. Just listen to this.
How do you suggest I enhance things?
It's
when
an
I don't drink?
exhaustible. What?
How do I enhance things when I don't drink?
You Chris Hansen things when you don't drink. You Chris enhance things that you don't
I
drink.
catch predators or
Yeah.
I become a predator? Because didn't he do both?
Catch yourself.
Okay.
You played yourself.
All right.
No, I don't know. How do you enhance things? I did take a gummy. So here's the thing. I have an addictive personality, and I think that I don't know how that sounds, but I mean, I get addicted to things fairly quickly. So I got to be careful of what I. So I only had, even though I was prescribed oxys, I only took 2, and that was like within the first, 2 days, day that I could take it, just because the pain was pretty rough. After that, done. Didn't do any oxys. Didn't. I think I took some ibuprofen. I took some, it was pain relievers, but nothing like hardcore pain relievers. So I was like, one day towards the end of it, I was like, I'm not doing no ibuprofen. I'm like, I was by myself. Jamie was back to work. Kids were at school. I was going to pop on a movie. And so I'm like, I'm going to take a gummy. I'll take a weed gummy. And so I took that and I took a nap and it
shit my pants. Lost of it.
Immediately. I held my breath and died. I had just the scariest dream. Just an absolutely scary dream. And it was just like.
You've taken them before though, right?
Yes. Right.
Yeah. So I've never taken it before. I've taken CBD gummies, but I never taken THC gummies. And I did it for the first time, and my brain fought it so terribly, and it was miserable, and I hated every moment of it.
Did you eat with it?
Yeah, it was later after dinner.
Okay.
But my brain did not like it at all, and it fought it the entire time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a pleasant thing.
No. I don't know if have we talked about this before?
No, because I just did it within the last time that I saw you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're like Happy New Year's. I just had a great Omaha.
I was like, this ham was so good. I'm going home and I'm going to get high.
Just making a sandwich. Hey, you know what would be good on the sandwich? A little weed gummy.
Ham and Wade.
You walk into Mr. Bill's. You guys have any smoked ham flavors?
Yeah. So when I bring the Christmas next year, I'm here with ham and Wade. No, my brain, that's just how I think almost like control freakish my brain is about stuff. It wouldn't even let it go to enjoy any of it.
So you would need to actually take like something else to kind of like.
I think I just have to like learn how to let
go
of control.
Now, okay, let me ask you this then. Did you have to work the next morning, or did you have something where you couldn't, like, you might have been like, your brain's like, hey, you can't do this because if this could be like, you might miss work tomorrow, or you might have to go drive home, or
no.
Okay.
I just think my brain generally was just like,
we don't like
what
this.
are we doing?
It's weird.
Yeah.
Craig?
Yes.
Have you ever experienced a weed gummy before?
Nope. Straight-laced.
Straight-laced? Straight fentanyl laced?
All the way, baby.
Yes. Yes, I have.
And how did that go?
So, I've smoked a decent amount outside of doing gummies or candies. The first time that I did a candy, I was told it would take 45 minutes to an hour, and I didn't feel anything. So I just continued to drink a little bit more on top of it.
Oh, so you were mixing.
Well, because I didn't think it did anything. Uh-huh. I'm like, all right, whatever. And it was probably about an hour and a half in-ish to 2. And then I felt it, and then drinking on top of it and stuff. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I didn't care for it. And maybe it's because I mixed. I have no idea.
That's what I was told too. 45 minutes
to
an hour.
Up?
No, but I just didn't feel good.
When your wife or mom came in and started talking to you, did your blood pressure start raising?
I was actually at a casino.
Were you really?
Yeah. So, I mean, it was like, eh.
Oh, so you probably had one on the strip. And let me tell you this right now.
No, I was here in Washington.
Oh, okay. Because I was told avoid the ones on the strip.
Yeah, no, it was here in Washington.
Oh, okay. So I'll tell you mine. The first time I did this, I tried it, was last year. It was after I turned 40, and one of my friends got me a. So it's legal, right? And so I had one, and they're like, well, do a third first because, wait an hour. And, I had never smoked it prior. And so, or if I had, it was like a little bit that did nothing. So watching Red Zone. So I pop a third in, nothing. An hour later, okay, the second third in. Nothing happens. An hour later, pop third. Nothing happened. So then that's bull crap. Well, then the next day or the next week, I red zone. I'm like, I'm going to be sitting at home all day. I'll pop one. Nothing. Full one. Nothing. Did nothing for me. Maybe felt like my legs tingle for like a few minutes, possibly. And even then, I didn't know if that was my real, like, if I was just talking myself into it. So it's like, this is nothing. This is bull crap. I'm waiting. Like, I've been like keeping away from this my whole life for this, it's whatever. So then it was another Sunday. My wife was having a birthday and we were going to meet at the casino for her birthday and have dinner with my mom and dad, her mom, and my brother. And so Jamie didn't know this, and I didn't. Well, I didn't. Well, I'll tell you. So I popped one at like 3 p.m. Nothing. But I also didn't eat that much. That's why I asked you if you ate. So I didn't eat anything. Pop, because I was going to wait for dinner. So I popped one, had one, and so we're driving, and I'm driving. I didn't tell Jamie that I took one, and I didn't know you couldn't drive on them either. I thought it was like not a big, like a whatever. It wasn't like drinking alcohol. I didn't know that. So I'm driving, and this trip, this like 25-minute trip, felt like it was taking me an hour already. And Jamie is noticing that she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You haven't finished a sentence in like the past like 8 minutes." And I go, "I took a weed gummy." And she goes, "You're driving?" And I go, "Yeah, but we're almost there. Am I not supposed to drive?" And she's like, "Yeah, no, you're not." So I get there, we park, and now I'm kind of freaked out. Kind of get the paranoia going because my parents are very straight-laced as well. Non-fentanyl straight-laced. And and so I'm like, crap, my dad's going to know. My dad's going to know, and this is embarrassing, and oh my gosh, what is he going to think? What's my mom going to think? And I've ruined Jamie's birthday. So all this stuff is going on in my head. So I'm like, I got to order a beer as soon as I get there. So I get to the table. There's a seat that I could sit directly next to my dad. I skip that seat. I sit furthest away from everyone. I save that seat for my brother who's not there yet. And so then I'm like, can I get a beer? So I get a beer. I start drinking the beer, which is dumb because now I'm mixing. But in the whole time, like, I'm just like, do I talk? Do I not talk? Am I talking too much? Am I not talking enough? Like, and this is probably where Craig's like, you should probably actually take these every day so that you would think that. Like, before one of our podcasts, take one. So then during the podcast, you can think to yourself, am I talking too much? And then you just stop talking. Is that correct?
We could all do that for a podcast.
We just sit here. We should go do that. I got some. Anyway, my dad never knew. I asked him later. But here's the part 2 of the story. I'll go quick on this one.
Please.
So, I know.
Part 2.
I wanted to share the story so bad.
We never left the driveway.
Yeah.
You realize you've shared this story on air before?
I have.
Yes.
With you guys. Not with you guys.
Yes.
With who?
With us.
Oh, I have?
Yes.
I asked you.
A couple weeks after it happened.
You hadn't heard it. But did I tell you about about my brother?
Yeah, how he was also.
Oh.
He took one like a week before or something.
Yeah. Why did you say I never tell you this
You
story?
never asked me.
I said like earlier, I'm like, hey, have I told you this?
I think that was in your head. Did you take a gummy before the...
Maybe I did. Gosh darn it. Well, anyway, go back and listen to one of those guys. One of those later.
You were just on a roll telling the story again,
No,
so
I'm
it sounded
done.
good.
You know what? I'm not going to do it, but somebody should go back
And see if it's the
and
same.
see if it's this exact same story.
Compare those two stories.
Probably is. All right, let's do shout outs. I'm unshouting out Corey for letting me go through that whole entire thing. That was good though.
He's new too. We looked at each other.
Freaking jerks. Shout outs. Go Corey.
I don't know.
Craig.
You know, I'm going to give a shout out because I don't even know if he listens to him, but I'm going to give a shout out to Nick Jacques, doing another Super Bowl board. The guys did it for, well, yeah, you're a little late, but the guy did it for, what is this, 5 years now?
You're not invited like the pool.
I was invited to that one.
This guy's did
Is
it
it already full?
5 years,
Oh.
$100 a square, fills up like I don't know how he does it. He fills it up within 24 hours almost every single time he does it. That's like 10 grand, and he gets it filled up like within 24 hours.
In this economy, yikes!
I know.
Yikes. Yeah.
There's just a lot of people that like betting.
Hopefully IRS doesn't find out about that. Hopefully no one Venmos him. Okay, well shout out him and then how many squares do you got?
I only bought 1 1/4.
So you buy in with 4 or with 3
I
other
bought
people?
my own, and then I also bought in with 4 other people for another one.
3 other people.
Well, 4 total. Yes.
'Kay.
3 others.
So I just didn't know if you paid for someone
No.
to be a part of that.
No.
Like me. Like it was a gift.
No.
Dang it.
Absolutely not.
And so if they get 1 square,
$2,000. It goes 2, 2, 2, 4.
oh my gosh.
And the guy that won last year the most hit
2.
like everybody would have the third and fourth quarter. So he got $6,000 last year off a $100 square.
And have you won a square yet?
I have never won anything in my life when I'm doing this stuff.
Wow. And I won I came in second. I came in second of the pick'em. See that?
But pick them.
The one at the,
Oh, I stopped paying attention to that.
Oh yeah, I came in second on that one.
Overall,
Yeah, and
Oh,
then
nice.
and then Corey, shout out to Corey for winning the fantasy football, Full Buddy Fantasy Football as well.
yeah.
He shared it with John Salbrack. Salbrack? I just went blank. It's the drugs. And then third place was Tony Signani, and then fourth place was Sean McDonald. And then Jamie got the toilet bowl. So good job on that. I suck at fantasy football. Anyway, my shout outs are for the Patreons. I'm going to shout out. I went to Morgandy and her 40th. Have I talked about that one yet?
No, but you know what? I'll just bring this up real quick. We didn't end up going.
Oh, yeah. I sat with Seth.
Because we were going to go,
Oh,
yeah. And we were out having dinner with a couple other Patreons-ish. And that was the night that the Maui room reopened.
Oh, so you guys went
We
down
were
there.
the very first ones
Wow.
at the Maui room when it reopened. And I almost texted Seth and Jamie, hey, I feel bad. But I didn't want to text them and be like, this is where we're at. But I didn't show up to.
Right.
I don't like
How
the
many
beach.
people did you kiss? Is the question.
None.
Oh.
Well, 1.
And it wasn't.
That
Carrie.
wasn't Carrie.
0.
Oh.
But
It was a slow night.
But I talked to them. I talked to them the next day,
Yeah.
and they were upset that I didn't text because that would have been awesome.
It would have added to it. Yeah.
But I didn't want to be that guy that was like, "Hey, I'm not hanging out at the beach because I really could care. I don't like being there, and I'm here. So hey, I didn't want to be that guy, so I didn't text. But that would have been
cool.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Yeah, that would have been fun. But too bad that I'm a better friend to Jamie than you are. And, shout out to me for that. But shout out to Morgany and her 40th. Shout out to Jamie. Got to talk to him for a while. Morgany's dad. Got to talk to her for a while. And then it was cool to see Kylie Helmold. She's like, hey, listen. I'm like, you're awesome. You are awesome. So shout out to you. And then also got to obviously sit with Seth and Kelly. So that was cool. Shout out to the Patreons. Kellen Hall, Holly Graff, Adam Kenny Hart, Seth Loop, that I was just talking about, Cassie Spencer, Amanda Keating, Shekinah Sarver, remember her birthday, the 5th at the Kettle, Jared Skelly, Homer Robertson, Veronica Lara, Ben Illman, Jamie Roberts, Jamie Kenny, Apollo Doodle, Jackson Zeidhook, Sasha Carey Lynn, who sent us a Christmas card. Very nice. Thank you from Edison City Ale House to Full Buddy Cast. Appreciate that. Russell Brannon, Thomas Savage Russell. I got a pink hoodie if you want it. It's the only thing I have in that size that you want. Pink hoodie. It's yours. Thomas Savageau, Councilman Anthony Wright, Sage Hills Golf and RV Resort. Excited to see what we got with the future with them. Go check them out in Warden, Washington. That was the thing that I was being told by the people that run it. Maybe I'll ask them, and maybe we've already shared who's running it. But anyway, they said you keep saying Wander, Washington. It's Warden, Washington. You idiot. And I said, sorry about that. So
Thank you for the tip.
thank you. So anyway, thanks so much for listening. Everyone have a great week. Join us for Full Buddy Fridays. Join us for trivia at Cole Street last Wednesday of the month at Cole Street Brewery at 1627 Cole Street. And then also we're going to start doing those Full Buddy brunches Kettle, and then down for some Sunday Fun Day stuff. First one being February 5th, and we're going to celebrate Patreon Shekinah's birthday. Have a great week. Go Seahawks. Oh, wait. Go ahead, say yours.
Go Colts in the future
And
for their draft picks.
Ooh, only team left. Go Eagles.
Go Eagles.
Boo.